Timestamp, it is November 15th, 2025, 7:15 p.m. I'm gonna walk some whiny dogs here in a sec. Check on the food on the grill here. I got some hard-boiled eggs going and doing a batch of boneless chicken thighs. Aldi was running a special when Pix and I were there 2 days ago. Yeah, we're going. Come on. Yeah, really. So I've got it in some, put it, one of the big packs in a bag. That's the word. My dog's have me flustered. Yeah. All right, made some progress out here. Good job, Tony. In a large baggie, with, look, ground. Brought to you in part by Tiny. One brick, man, one brick. Yeah, I'm coming. I hear. Okay, that was a scrappy. Because your collar gave you away. Put it in a 1 gallon baggie. Some low sodium soy. Low sodium. Yeah. With half a bag of broccoli, half a bag of cauliflower, a little ginger. Mix in the batch. Let it sit in the fridge for the day in the baggie. Every now and then going over, turning it over, shaking it, Now we're baking that up. Tiny announced that hard-boiled eggs are a great snack. So in the interest of keeping nutritional foods going on, I picked up 2 18-packs. I went ahead and hard-boiled up. There's still one in the fridge from the last batch, but when I saw that there were 3, I'm like, okay, that's my cue to make some more, So I think I did like 14 or 15. Which should keep Tiny in business for a bit. Because honestly, she'll grab 2 or 3 at a time, and go trotting off to room. Okay. Don't tell anybody, but I burned a flag earlier. I found a American flag on the floor in the garage going through there. It was pretty gross. Now I realize the Orange Menace has declared that that's a crime. Number 1, he can't do that. Number 2, how do we dispose of a flag that is damaged or dirty now if we can't do that? Do we do it in some other unceremonious way that is actually improper? I burned a flag. Idiot. Wasn't a protest burning, it was a maintenance burning. It's in the mid-50s, maybe high 50s. Something like that. I've sold 3 things this weekend so far. That's pretty good. I just did some of my Doctor Who relists because I had quite a few. Put up some more Doctor Who, put up a little bit of Scooby action. We did not do the garage sale today because the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, I'm kind of on a roll in the garage. And also, Saturday is a better eBay day. Let's try a garage sale on Sunday. Let's see what happens when we do a Sunday here. Because the only one we've done so far was on a Saturday. Let's see what a Sunday looks like. And eBay is not usually as good from a listing standpoint, so. But after the garage sale tomorrow, I've already got it prepped. I'm going to be listing some Star Trek figures and I'm going to be listing the AD&D TSR LJN ABC 123 figures. Hopefully it'll garnish me some RESPECT. Alright, I'll stop. But yeah, I'm going to be doing those tomorrow after the garage sale. Made some really good progress in the garage. Scrappy, when he bites you in the nose, I'm going to laugh. He's not into it, man. You're just barely over a year old, so if we say that you're like a 10-year-old and he's like a 90-year-old, y'all don't play the same. Do you know checkers or like backgammon, maybe? Because he pretty much just wants to sit in the rocker and complain about his rheumatism. That's pretty much his hobby right now. It'll be good when we can get everybody over here, because I don't even know that Sammy has the patience to run around with Scrappy, but he's at least, closer age group, so maybe they can figure something out. Leave Tanner the hell alone. I don't know, I just heard Scrappy like sprint, which makes me think that maybe there was a bunny sighting. It's real possible. Burn barrel smoldering but not flaming, so we're good there. I found a whole bunch more like in the garage, giant stack of like printed out emails and stuff. I looked through them. It was just from 2007 to like 2010. Just financial, like stock investment recommendations and things like that. My mom was doing a lot of day trading, but I don't need to keep printed emails of stock advice from 2009, There's really no point to it. It's probably a 6-inch stack of papers. Why? Because why wouldn't there be? Yeah, one of Tiny's other chores today was to take some of the pet crates. You may not be able to see that. Because we've been putting the extra pet crates out here on the lanai, and I wanted them hosed down so we could fold them up, take up less room, etc. That way they're clean. Because that's my foot. Quit walking on my feet. Alright, guys. Come on, Tanner. Thank you. Let him in the door. Uh-huh. He just startled himself. Knocking the umbrella over, startled him. That's what you get. That's karma. That's my foot again. Oh my god, that smells good. I know you're like, that smells good. I know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's when we finding all kinds of miscellaneous stuff that my mom had, what she would call staged for garage sales, but a lot of it's pretty gross. I already threw some of it away, broken stuff, like broken mugs and whatnot with stickers on it. It's like, no one's going to give you $1 for a broken coffee mug. They're going to wonder why you didn't throw it away. Doodle, what are you doing? Just cleaning some of the waterlogged, saturated stuff over here. Just don't get near the moldy stuff, please. I don't need you getting sick. But, oh, I know. Keep losing my train of thought. I must be tired. We're going to be spraying for the bed bugs and whatnot. And when we do that, we can let the pups, run wild in the backyard. But we have cats too. We can't really, be free. It's a bad idea. So I wanted to make sure we had a bunch of crates ready to go so that, we at least have a way to keep them on property safe, but not, wandering the neighborhood to where they're going to wind up getting killed. So, trying to think 3 steps ahead where I can. I mean, ideally 5 to 10 if I can get away with it. So, may not look like a big deal, but I went through like all of this so I can actually start putting some. I want to be able to put my purple latch tops over here of my like crafting and figures, and then I can actually put backup foodstuffs here and or kitchen containers, things like that. Like I've got a box of mason jars. We're not going to be using it yet, but it's kitchen stuff, so I want to try and keep it all together. But I still need to go through this. And yes, that is 3 cans of Dole pineapple bits, which the cans are open. And Tiny had gotten to it earlier, didn't tell me about it. And apparently there was the remnants of moldy fruit inside them. This is a good example of teenagers not necessarily making good judgment calls, frankly, but at the same time, exactly what science experiment was my dad conducting out here? Why would you? And they're open. They're not even like accidentally punctured. They're like 3/4 open, lid up, like, Popeye just squeezed spinach out of it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. You're freaking me out, man. Yeah, I found a box with some paperworky stuff back here too, which makes me wonder if I'm on the path to finding one of Dad's caches. Small plastic tote, but it had that works. It had the checking logs, more of the checking logs. I think maybe I mentioned this to you before. I don't know. I was finding some PV. Oh, my cat's down there now. Hex has been exploring in here while I've been working. But I found some PVC adapters and connectors. And that's one of the things that my dad kept saying the burglar took, and he'd have to go back to Lowe's and get more. So I found, I think, 4 different Lowe's bags with like 1 or 2 in them. So this may be, I may be in an area where my dad was hiding things and then forgetting he hid them using night hacks. I don't know. I might have mentioned this already. I'm tired. Pull the food out of the oven in 20-30 minutes, eat, put the leftovers away, make sure Tiny's fed, of course, and then I'm going to fall over. Yes, I am. Hi, Scrappy. You helping? You're just waiting for chickens. What you're doing? Yeah, I know what you're doing. Got in some stuff today, some Monster High stuff for my girl. I did get in a 3-pack of Doctor Who figures today that it's one of those ones that I paid like $100 for that I almost didn't. It's a 3rd Doctor pack. Came with a John Pertwee, came with a Joe Grant, and a Roger Delgado Master. I still need to get an Anthony Ainley too, but I didn't have a Delgado Master at all, and I didn't have a Joe Grant. Yes, Hex will punch you in the face. That's right. And those figures are normally $40-$50 each, so I bit the bullet and paid the $100 for the 3-pack, because that way I knew I was getting a really good Delgado and a really good Manning, Joe Grant. So, a little bit of a nerdgasm there. Yeah. Got in some more Looney Tunes mugs. I am that dork. I'm probably going to wind up, through the course of all this, I've gotten some that are, guys, I'm just trying to walk, man. I've gotten some that are like 8-ounce mugs. They're real tiny. I may actually sell those at a garage sale. Trying to get like $5 for them, because that's probably about what I paid for them. They're cute, but I'll never use them. They're just so small. I'd be up out of my seat every 3 minutes for a refill. I did get a Bugs Bunny mug today. I fell in love with this thing. It's just so pretty. I can get it in good lighting. I love the color. It's like this real, not quite a sky blue. It's just a really pretty blue. Got bugs on it being all innocent, kind of thoughtful. But yeah, I got a couple. Actually, I got like 4 different Monster High, like doll packs. Some serious stuff. Pix is gonna go crazy in a good way, you know. So. I keep seeing results, you know. But I also know you've got so much to do yet. Trying to find that balance of Scrappy, seriously. I will put my foot right up your butt. Trying to find that balance of all of it, frankly, but contentment on what we've gotten done without going overboard to where I actually hurt myself trying to get more done. If that makes sense. Everybody's telling me, make sure you're having fun or you're going to break down and lose your mind. God knows there's enough men in this household that are losing their mind, right? Can't shake our conversation the other day. we're doing the Starbucks medium breakfast blend. This is actually one of the new mugs I got. See, these are great. These are the Gibson. It was either from 1998 or 2000. They put out 4 different ones of these. They put out a Sylvester, a Tweety, a Taz, and a Bugs. And I think I've got 2 of each now. Or the second one of some of them is on order. Because I just got some of them today. I'd gotten a Tweety in the other day, but that was the one that had the broke handle. I know I showed you that. I explained the herb garden with actual herbs, not slang for something else. We're not in Colorado. So yeah, I finally got a Sylvester today. I think I have another Sylvester on the way and another Taz on the way, because I think I have 2 Tweeties and 2 Bugs in house. I want to get 2 of each. But what I like about them is these are like, I think 15 or 20 ounce mugs. They are huge. Again, the 8 ounce mugs, they're really cute and they're really small. So I'm gonna go through my mugs and I'm gonna try and be responsible about it. But yeah, actually I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna take a shower. Since last night I've been like, I should take a shower. I start doing stuff and it's like, oh yeah, I want to take a shower. Well, I'll do it after I'm done. Let me eat. Well, I'll take one later. Got a lot done though. I may play some Gauntlet too. That could happen. That's kind of a wind down. I haven't played in 2 days, so maybe I'm due for that. Let the yellow wizard run around a little bit. Gotta be careful where you say that too. I see little pockets of stuff getting fixed, and I'm just like, this is not a 3-month job. This is a 1 to 2 year job, but the more progress we make, like Pix has done a really good job in my dad's office as far as discovering carpet. There's carpet in there. We didn't know that. You know, what I've got going on in the garage. It's fuel. You know, it's encouraging. Now I'm able to cross off half the things from my list today. I always go big with my lists. My lists are always you're not getting this done in 1 day lists. It's a practice that I started a long time ago. Because I don't ever want to have a list that, you know, by noon I'm able to cross everything off. There's always other things that can be done. And maybe it's from being a manager for so long. You know, you've always got I learned the technique from Zig Ziglar. Your ABC list. You know, your A's are the things that need to get done today. Non-negotiable. You've usually got at least one A somewhere in there. Your B's are, today would be great, but within the next few days, or in like the business world, by the end of the week. You know, this report needs to be turned in no later than Friday morning, but it's Monday. That would be a B. And your C's are it should get done, but the time crunch isn't really a thing. Whether you turn it in a week and a half, or you get it done by 5 o'clock. I mean, that's cool too. But there's no pew-pew to the head, you know? And I try and do my list, and I don't necessarily. A lot of planners, they'll actually have a space where you can do like A, B, C, and I encourage if you're having a hard time to do that. But I know in my head, looking at these things, what my A's, B's, and C's are. But I've been doing this a long time. Just like, life hack. Yeah, my A's are, I'm nailing my A's. Got a couple B's, begun, progress, and some of it's clearing the path to get C's done, honestly. I'm gonna check that chicken, should be coming up here pretty soon. Put the hard-boiled eggs away. I'm gonna eat, take a shower, because, it's that day of the week. I'm better about it than that, but, And I'm gonna grab a nap. And I think we're gonna do a garage sale tomorrow, and I got some eBay stuff to do. And trying to discover that room that be the garage. Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm still not AI. That's Tanner digging at a newspaper sheet. Aw. Are all Chihuahuas the psychotic? It's my first real interaction. Is my dad's dog is a I'm used to bigger dogs. German Shepherds, Chows, Boxers, Labradors. I'm not used to these little guys. It's weird. I'm not used to a dog that I could pick up and throw like a football, Not that I have. Not that I have. I haven't done that. I've only considered it when he annoys me. Full disclosure. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and sign up here. Getting there. Health check. Feel okay. A little bit of panic attack kind of stuff going on here and there, but apparently that's pretty normal. Especially after the other night. My girl's still a little freaked out. We texted back and forth earlier today, and she's still... The fact that both of us had something like at the exact same time made us both... Yeah. I'm not sure if I should be expecting a phone call or not, It's been that kind of year. Anyway. I got a Joe Grant, and I got a Roger Delgado Master, and I'm very excited about that. And apparently in that 3-pack, this is an interesting thing. I'll pull it out one of these times and show you. There's actually 2 different Joe Grants that you can get, which I'm actually a little surprised that they didn't do like a alternate head, because some figures have like the Tom Baker that I have. There's one where he's grinning like an idiot and one that he's looking very serious. But apparently the Joe Grant, there's a grinning and a frowning. And I got a grinning, which is kind of like, which, okay, whatever. But I just was like looking over the listings and stuff on eBay and or one of the websites I found. I'm like, okay, there's 2 different like facial expression variants. And I guess it was like a half-half distribution. I'm like, okay, well, it's interesting. Cool. Yeah. So, all right. Make it a great day.